everybody, my name's Carly Hotvedt, and I'm here today to talk to you about what it means to be a native ag producer as a youth in Indian country today. Less than 10% of ag producers in the United States are under the age of 35, and less than 2% are American Indian or Alaska Native. While that might sound intimidating, it should be seen as an opportunity. As a young native producer, you were born into a rich heritage and tradition. Food is deeply connected to your culture. Not only do you produce to feed your family, you act as a steward of the land that's been cultivated by your people for generations.
They were animal scientists, they were soil health experts. They knew all of this because they were immersed in the experiential learning of surviving off of the land. And that is at the heart of rebuilding our food system. We need to make sure that our youth are, again, becoming trained in knowing where your food is coming from, appreciating the effort that gets put into preparing the food, and valuing a quality food that they get to nourish their family with.
Whether you're new to food production and agriculture or come from a family that's deeply rooted in farming, as a young native producer, you're already a leader in your own right. So are you just starting out or maybe already working on a farm and want to learn more information? Regardless of where you're at in your journey, a good place to start is by joining your local 4-H or FFA chapter. You can also enroll in an agriculture course offered at your school or through your county extension agent. You can also apply to attend the Indigenous Food and Agriculture Initiative's annual Youth in Food and Agriculture Summit, occurring every year at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. Also reach out to the Intertribal Ag Council Youth Program Officer for more information about how to get involved. Consider applying for an internship with a local ag operation or tribal food business. And just remember, as you continue to grow in your leadership role as a young native ag producer, always remember to keep learning and keep finding ways to grow in your knowledge.
I would also encourage them to take advantage of a lot of the free online trainings that are happening now. There seems to be a lot of free webinars or free remote hands-on training or curriculum that are being offered by universities. So I'd say there are plenty of amazing tools and resources out there.
Be intentional about seeking advice from people more experienced in the field. Seek out other native ag producers, cultural leaders, industry experts, and other native youth producers.
There's so many sectors involved in agriculture and food systems, and that youth are able to tap into agriculture and food systems work through all sorts of different modalities. So, graphic designers have a place in agriculture. Entrepreneurs, of course, have a place in agriculture. The list goes on and on, but there's just so many connective points in so many areas that agriculture taps into.
Develop a network of support and seek out mentors. Ask questions like, when you were first starting out, what would you have done differently? What do you see for the future of food sovereignty and agriculture in our community? Or what new technologies exist that you think might help you get ahead in your ag operation? That way, you can better identify how to grow once you set your goals and identify your resources available to you as a native youth producer and as a tribal member. Ask yourself, what do I want to see happen for my tribal community, and how can I make that a reality?
I genuinely believe with every fiber of my being that the future of agriculture at large is going to take an Indigenous lens and look through it and interpret just how broken our food system is, and remembering that prior to 1491, there was a robust, resilient, wholesome, regenerative food system that existed on this continent. And if we start to explore the principles that we used in our management practices when we were functioning in that resilient food system, we're not only going to change the community health and well-being of Indian country, we're going to change it all across the country.
The work you do in your community ensures access to safe and healthy food for your people and for tribal independence through food sovereignty. Your passion and your natural talent for food and agriculture will have an impact for generations to come.